Hello, lovely Leos. You are on the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. This is your reading for when the sun is in your sign this year of 2020. So this is my Radiant Astrology reading. The center card is really about working from your heart center, living in your heart center, letting that be your place that you lead from. The cards surrounding it from the left center start with the first house, or Aries, and they work their way counterclockwise to the last house of Pisces, according to the Western astrology diagram. And so this reading I'll just kind of go through as we go along. I am going to do a reading of the cards from the books by the authors first, and then I follow with an intuitive reading that may or may not relate at all to what the books have to say. But for right now, I enjoy doing both. So let's see here. We've got the center card for you. And it's stating, as the seasons of life turn, remember your life and all your experiences are driven by the invisible wheels of love. Life is an eternal ocean, and death and rebirth are the rising and falling of the same wave. Attached to every ending is a new beginning. And surprisingly, though, not really surprised for you guys because your energy is so strong. For the first house from the Zodiac deck, I actually drew your card, Leo, for this month, which I think is just a very auspicious sign for you. So Leo is a fixed sign, and its key phrase is I will. The passionate energy of fire gives life to the fixed focus quality and says, remember your sovereignty. Express your natural leadership qualities. This is no time to be shy, but instead accept the spotlight. The key phrase, I will, says it all. Your will shall be done because you will make it happen. Ask yourself, how can I shine? Gather all your courage and confidence and create your reality. Leo energy is all about confidence and taking your rightful place as king of the jungle. But you are not really the boss of anyone else, and you're not infallible. Avoid arrogance. So why this is so especially brilliant to be in this position is that it's in the first house card, which is really about your identity and how you are presenting yourself to the world. So you're showing up as yourself in your season. Couldn't be more relevant. Okay, we're going to move over to the second house, the house of Taurus. And from the Celtic Shaman's deck, you have Lord of the Underworld. A horned and glowing figure rides a wild white steed across the land, accompanied by white hounds. He blows a great horn, summoning all who would follow. The key word for this card is unpredictability. Now this is showing up in your house of value, things that you value either monetarily or even your value system as far as ethics go. In the depths of the underworld, anything may happen. It is a place of change and unpredictability. And as its master, Aaron shares these qualities in himself. He is given to swift anger and retaliation in the face of anything touching his honor. He also rectifies imbalances, setting straight the record and balancing inequities in every aspect of life. Okay, your third house, house of Gemini, house of communication, the media, your neighborhood, your community, your siblings. From the Tantric Dakini Oracle, you have eternal life. This card bears the number 33, signifying the mystic completion of the threefold cycle of existence as creation, preservation, and dissolution. the eternal resting place of the exalted psyche. According to the classification by elements, this is a fire card, normally related to the suit of wands in the minor arcana of the traditional tarot. The Egyptian god Amun stands before the primordial waters, which have turned to gold by the light of the sun's orb, shining above. The eternal figure of Amun holds the Ankh, the mystic looped cross, the symbol of eternal life, as if to catch or reflect the rays of sun. Below to the right is the great Sphinx, here indicating that the solution to her riddle is to be found in the path leading to eternal life. The Sphinx is the symbol of the alchemical agent or catalyst whose inner nature holds the key to the process of transformation, producing the substance which can turn all matter to gold, all spirits to the enlightened. The raw material is the person, the distilled elixir is the immortal spirit of eternity. The next card we're going to take is for the 4th house, the house of Cancer, and we're taking this from the Prophet deck. This month you have no sunrise finds us where sunset left us. The farewell. This is your house of ancestors, your house of family, your house of home. We wanderers, ever seeking the lonelier way, begin no day where we have ended another day, and no sunrise finds us where sunset left us. Even while the earth sleeps, we travel. We are the seeds of the tenacious plant, and it is in our ripeness that our fullness of heart that we are given to the wind and are scattered. The 5th house, which is your house, the house of Leo. From the Egyptian oracle deck, we have Nut and Geb, wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, divine parents. If you've pulled this card, you have completed a great round of transformation in your life and are ready to step out into the world with sacred purpose and a strong sense of your own wholeness. Embodying the sacred marriage, you contain the merging of the feminine and the masculine energies inside yourself and bring those fully balanced energies into your life and the lives of others. You may find yourself experiencing a deep sense of peace and well-being as you remember that you are both human and divine. You are at home both on earth and in the great star nation. The more you reflect upon this card, the more you will feel as though you have come home. The 6th house, Virgo, it's the house of your day-to-day routines, your health, and your sense of service. So we have enchantment from the Enchanted Spell Oracle. Magic, recovery, self-care. The ash tree is associated with inspiration and imagination. Its wood is deceptively robust for such a graceful species. Strong spiritual associations can be found in the ash tree's history, with legend proclaiming that its roots reside in the molten core of the earth, while its leaves touch the heavens. The ash tree is a complex tree of opposites, of worlds within worlds, of cycles, of quick growth, degeneration, and rebirth. The priestess of enchantment is set beneath a wheel of ash, seed pods, leaves, and flowers. Beside her is the ash tree's spirit animal, the seahorse, for the ash has strong connection with human emotions as deep as the ocean. The color energy of the ash is cobalt blue and is linked with the northern hemisphere's fading, winter and early spring, generally between the dates of the 18th of February to the 17th of March. Keywords for the ash tree include recovery, wisdom, and understanding. When the enchantment card appears, it is time to take a step back from the busyness of the world. The ash tree reminds us to rise above and look at the big picture. In truth, we are only here for such a short time. Slow down and appreciate life. The power of reflective self-care is highlighted by this card. In this stillness, magic can begin to blossom, and moments of enchantment can be found. Often the answer to a tricky problem appears when the mind has been allowed to become quiet. This quietness can be found in painting, drawing, writing poetry, or just contemplating the beauty of nature. Okay, we're going to move to the 7th house, the house of Libra, and our card is coming from the Goddess Power deck. This is the house of equality, of balance, especially in relationships, equal exchanges of power. Have you noticed patterns in your life? You have the card Ellen, by the way, if I didn't say that. Have you noticed patterns in your life that lead to positive experiences? Developing positive habits introduces new patterns into the fabric of reality and will support your dreams as they take form in the material world. It takes awareness and discipline to make this happen, but you can do it. It's time to allow the experience of a new happiness. If you do, the Celtic goddess of paths and patterns, Ellen, will show you a new way to your dreams. All manner of miracles are possible. Now is the time to build bridges across any divides with others that have temporarily separated you. Your path is clear. The way will be shown as you make new choices for your life, with the goddess known as Ellen of the Ways as your happy guide. Your 8th house, the house of Scorpio. Your card's coming from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And you have the moon. Every 28 days, the moon manifests a steady progression from darkness to light and then back again. This phenomenon in our skies has a powerful impact on our human psyche. It offers us the certainty that after periods of emptiness and darkness, there is a light waiting so we can be reborn into a new phase. This calls to mind a native African prayer to the moon. May our lives be renewed as yours is. The moon has also a strong influence on the ebb and flow of waters on the earth. The same power in turn affects human feelings and emotions and mirrors their rising or hiding back into the unconscious. The moon spends equal time in the dark as it does in the light of the sun. And now it comes to remind you of this balance. Have you been too focused on outer achievements, productivity, or social engagements? Or have you spent too much time hidden from the outer world, not wanting to interact or show your face. Meditate on the significance of the moon's cycle and let it gently guide you out of your bottomless depths. Head back to the world of outer expression and connection with others. Let it help you make time for yourself, your feelings, and your essential human and spiritual needs. Your 9th house, the house of Sagittarius. This is a house about things that are foreign to you, things that are at a very big distance to you, your higher education, the higher mind, philosophy. The card is from a yogic path, and you have Vata, the Aries dosha, creative, imaginative, and unpredictable. Creative one, it is time to let your ideas flourish. You have gotten a gust of the Vata wind energy and are riding its waves out to deeper waters. Ideas are bubbling within you, and your body has become a vessel for its creative blessings. Allow yourself to dance to the rhythm of your thoughts and let them take you to higher places. The veil between the stars and earth has been lifted, and the downloads you are receiving are straight from the universe. Be sure to anchor them down to this earth with action, so your visions can manifest into reality. Okay, my dears, so the 10th house is next. This is the house of Capricorn. This is your house of your highest worldly achievements. It also has a lot to do with foundations and the structures you build upon them. From the Heart Path Oracle deck, you have melody of thought, finding your passion. Loud negative thoughts often guide us more than the quiet positive ones. Which do you listen to? Tap into the symphony of vibrations that are harmonious and loving, and turn off the volume on those which are not. Connect with the angelic realm and listen to its enchanting messages. They contain confident, optimistic, and balanced guidance. You need only change the frequency you are tuned into so you can hear them loud and clear. The two suns, God, energy, strengthen and support your mission here. At this time, it is important that you surround yourself with beauty. Beauty provides strength, joy, and balance. The frequencies given off by beautiful things act as a shield and protect you from that which would throw you off your course. When you expose yourself to beauty, your body responds by relaxing. The beauty I am talking about can take the form of art, music, dance, architecture, gardens, birds, water, mountains, etc. When you find yourself needing to rejuvenate, treat yourself to a dose of beauty. Although you have been enduring a great deal, like the fairy tale, your life has a happy ending. Maybe it's not the ending you were hoping for, but it is what is needed. You will bond with someone or something that will help bring you joy and love. This can be a close friend, a lover, even an animal, or maybe all of them. Like the horse, you need your freedom, but too much of it can be lonely and shallow. Connect with something greater than yourself. Listen to its unique and captivating message. Look at your life. Are you happy with the direction in which you are headed? How can you enhance and utilize your talents? What would make you happiest? You may not realize it, but you are a strong and forceful person and here to live your passion. When you find it, you are hearing the guidance of your higher self and are working for the highest and best good. allow it to happen. Our next card is for the 11th house, which is about all things Aquarius. So this is about things that are very novel, new. They can seem rebellious as they differ from the collective, but it's also about establishments that are in alignment with yourself, institutions that share purpose with you, and your support of humanitarian endeavors. From the Sacred Geometry deck, you have Dodecahedron, Divine Thought. The dodecahedron is one of 5 three-dimensional geometric shapes, commonly called the Platonic solids. Each has equal angles, edges of equal length, and equal faces, and each would fit within a sphere. These shapes hold cosmic wisdom within their structure. The dodecahedron has 12 equal 5-sided faces. This geometric solid embodies divine thought or will, and is the archetype of life and fecundity, made visible. It is heaven, ether, prana, and female. Choosing this card connects you with divine thought and with a realization of the universality of oneness. Consciously move into your breath and connect with the prana force that resides there. Feel yourself moving away from the concept of duality, which modern culture tells us is the way of the world, into an experience of the oneness and unity of all life. Breathe deeply and experience the feeling of oneness with your being. Visualize what this unity will look like in your present life, and how the shift you are making will aid all of humanity in the intentional evolution from polarity consciousness to unity consciousness. Hold this image in your heart and feel your emotional truth in this shift. Okay, loves, so your last card out is for the 12th house, the house of Pisces. This is about the collective unconscious, very evolved spirituality, transcendence, things dismissed by society. So, from the White Light Oracle, you have Beatitude of Sacred Rapture. To feel that you are fully seen, loved, and recognized for who you are honors your true self. To be witnessed in such a state, truly beheld in all of your uniqueness, quirkiness, vulnerability, and strength, is deeply empowering. This is how Spirit sees you. So, when you connect with Spirit, you learn to love yourself and others unconditionally and become generous with your forgiveness. You are also less likely to be hoodwinked by ego. You start to see yourself and others at the soul level. A beatitude is a blessing, the highest blessing. The oracle of Beatitude of Sacred Rapture brings guidance that the beautiful, healing truth of Spirit is your reality. All else is a nightmarish misuse of imagination by the ego. When you sense Spirit at work in your life, totally trustworthy and having your back, you are seeing clearly. When your hopeful heart feels empowered, you are in a zone of truth. Trust in those moments. Recall them whenever you can. Count all your positive moments and wins, no matter how inconsequential they may appear. Every one of them is a precious drop of divine nectar, nourishing your heart Allow yourself to see and be seen, and remember that even in the tremors, trials, and tribulations of human life, you are a radiant soul who is growing ever more luminous through the wisdom, compassion, and strength distilled through those experiences. Look for the light beneath all phenomena, and you shall know the peace and love that is with all beings always. Leos, when I look at the spread for you, I just can't help thinking how majestic it is. And it just feels so right for you. So happy birthday, happy solar returns to all of you this month. We are going to set out here on your intuitive part of your reading. I know at first glance I was kind of getting some vibes of a love reading. I'm seeing some pretty strong feelings of alliance here, some sort of partnership, and mirroring qualities even of that, especially right at the get-go. I mean, you've got two trees with two hearts that are right there between them, and it feels as if something's growing, something's stable, something's strong, something's equal, and there's a balanced type of love involved that is beyond just the physical. It's in the ether, it's spiritual, it's in how you communicate to each other too, and it's very soft, it's very balanced in its energies. It's, feminine, masculine, and spiritual too. It's very blessed. When I look at how you are, you seem very just relaxed in your power. You are healthy, you are aware, you are supported, you are facing things directly, and things feel purposeful and that they feel instinctual. You're very in tune with this, and you're not making wild leaps at anything. You're somewhat reserved and ready to act when necessary from a position of power and consideration of what you're observing. Feel as if you might be chasing after something, that you're in hot pursuit of something, almost like a wild animal. So this might be part of like a love reading, perhaps, where you are feeling the thrill of the chase for someone. It could be another passion in your life. Whatever it is, you feel a intuitive connection to it. It's very, it's not just passion. It's not just, fueled by a sense of sexuality. There's something bigger than that for you. And it's inspired, but inspired in a way that's, from a heavenly consciousness almost. And you have some other perhaps support that is just as inspired as you, that's along for the ride. So you're feeling a little bit mysterious, I see here, and I don't know, I just get a bit of the call of the wild with that. Now, there's this sense of kind of splitting, maybe, of what you've held, what you've believed, there's perhaps a little fragmentation of things that you've held as knowledge, and that maybe a new self-image is emerging that you're not quite looking at, but maybe someone's going to show that to you. Maybe someone's entering your life that's going to allow you to see yourself in a way that you've never seen before. And it's going to be something that will illuminate you, that will be for your better, that will have you seen as yourself, a shining sun. I get a sense that your home space is just very calm and beautiful, and there's just not any havoc going on there, and there's almost this a sense of like you can dream into it. There's something sort of elusive about it that you can't see, but it's presenting a little bit of like mystery, but a mystery that's just really bright in how it's coming across. It's not like a dark energy of, shadowiness. It's this very illuminated brilliance that's just so bright that it's blocking your ability to see too far ahead into the distance. So I think that's kind of a really lovely energy to be in. So let's see for how you're out on the world stage. You're kind of relaxed. You're kind of feeling love here and relaxing into that feeling, and it's lifting your vision, and you're seeing life kind of dance around you. You're seeing things become a little bit more mysterious, and you're excited about the night and things in the night feeling like they're dancing a little bit more, and the stagnancy and the desert quality of maybe your days are being transformed by a far more enchanting evening. And this may be the presence of someone that you regard highly, that you see as almost a magical, protective, and wondrous person that you enjoy gazing at even. And it seems like you're just enchanted in your day-to-day life. Like you are, again, healthy. You are safe in how you're protected by your thoughts that are healthy. You have the support of energy that will help you feel love again, and in a way that's transformative and passionate. And you're just so strong right now and stable. It's beautiful to see. And you're feeling more energized than normal. Like you may be repeating something, and it's very true to how you are, but it has you feeling alive, like you're in your element, like this is what you're doing, and you're all aflame with it. So you're feeling yourself is what I'm getting there. You may also be really getting more in touch with the feminine quality and appreciating the honesty of, how it's irrefutable, the qualities of the feminine energy in our day-to-day reality. And instead of blocking that away, I think that you're learning to incorporate that energy in your daily life and bring it up more and be more in touch. Just have almost your soul is receiving that it's a beautiful thing to have this quality in your life, this female energy. And you just are really respecting that. I see a lot of emotion here that is affecting how you're thinking. Like there's a nice interplay between thinking and feeling, and it's a very healthy energy. It's imbued with healthy female energy again. and the female presence is almost elevated in your life and contributes to this energy for you and is part of the pattern of your reality that makes your life beautiful. And there's this sort of joy that it brings that it's like you can't get enough of it. You enjoy it so much that you want it to just multiply itself. Well, this next card says a lot. So you may have a partnership here. It feels fairly balanced. I am getting a little strange vibe off of this, though. Like maybe there's a little melancholy involved. I'm getting a heavy sense of protection of the male towards the female, but almost like a pulling back of the female energy and kind of hoarding their energy. Almost an overprotectiveness, like you don't want to lose the female energy. And the female energy is maybe succumbing to that a little bit too much, maybe starting to lose her sense of self. So I'm not sure what's going on, but that might be relevant. Although I do see that there is, like maybe this was happening in the past and that maybe there's some growth out of this, because out of maybe frozen emotions, there's a new brilliance here of allowing things to flower, allowing things to not just flower a little bit, but really proliferate in their flowering, and to be able to start having a direction to move towards with perhaps someone. And having, again, a bit of the spiritual connection, especially from the female energy. Maybe she is holding that energy. There is a lot, like there's a backing of strength here, but there's still this sort of coldness to it. So it's not fully formed, blossomed energy. There's a ton of potential. I would like to see some more love, though, some more blossoming, instead of just so much energy of strength and wood and stability. I'd like to see a little bit more emotion here. There is a lot of thought and intuitive presence here, as well as this guidance from your creative energies. So there's a lot of potential there. That's what I'm seeing in that. The next card is it's kind of conundrum here. It's almost like there is this uneasy feeling in your day-to-day reality that things are maybe fading away, like the discomfort of the groups and the people that you want to associate with. It's somewhat comfortable, somewhat uncomfortable. It could just be kind of a little bit of a queasy situation. It's kind of unsure. It's kind of stable, kind of falling apart. So for the times that we're in right now, that does not surprise me. But there is this backdrop of, like this stellar quality. Like there's a lot of in what you like to interact with. There's a lot of star power, but it just may be influenced right now by something that feels kind of hairy or something. And then taking a look here at your last card. Again, it's just this profound sense of partnership, very strong, like male-female energy coming together. The male energy is deeply just affectionate and attuned into this female energy. The female energy is a little bit more subdued, maybe not quite as strong in her power, or just the power of the female energy is just a little bit more internalized. But there's a blending here, and a deep passion, and a big implication towards like a actual physical union. There's seems to be a lot of emphasis put here, and because this is my 12th house card, you know, I'm seeing like this is sort of exonerated this physical, perhaps sexual relationship here as, you know, the pinnacle of your reality, and the pleasure, the actual physical pleasure, and the primal satisfaction that you get from that just lights you up. Okay, that's what I had for you this month. Thank you for joining me, Leo. Again, a big, beautiful, bright, happy birthday to you all. And please check out any of my other playlists if you want to get in touch with any of my other themes that I read on throughout the weeks and months and days. Take care. Much love.